Welcome back. This is Mrs. Lloyd, and today we're going to start a very short unit on statistics. And to start that, we're going to talk about first a population versus a sample. A population is the entire group under consideration in an analysis. The best example I can give you of a population is the U.S. Census that we take every 10 years. Because the census takers attempt to get every single person that lives in the United States. A sample is a group taken from the population. Sample data can be used to make inferences about the entire population. So let me give you an example. One of the questions asked in the census is, what is your household income? Maybe we want to see what the average income is across the United States, but we only poll 1,000 people in each of the 50 states. We could then find the average income from those 1,000 in each of the 50 states and use that to make an inference about the average income across the United States, but it would not be quite as accurate as the data from the census where the entire population is asked that question. We are going to look at 8 different scenarios and determine if we think these are a population, the entire group, or just a sample, a part of the group. Number 1, a school lunch survey that polls every 5th student that enters the lunchroom. Do you think that's a population or a sample? That is a sample because it did not poll every single student. How about if I do the odds and then you try the evens? Number 3, 10th graders at a high school are surveyed about school athletics. Are 10th graders the only grade in a high school? Nope, so that is also a sample. Number 5, a list of the times every student in gym class took to run a mile. There's a key word here. Every. Therefore, this is a population. And number 7, the test scores of 7 students in a science class are compared. This is more than likely a sample, unless there were only 7 students in the class, but we don't know that. Now you try the evens. Number 2, a list of the test scores of all the students in a class. Keyword all, that's a population. A list of the scores of 1,000 students on an SAT test. That's a sample because more than 1,000 students take that test. Friends compare the batting averages of players who are listed in their collections of baseball cards. Well, that's also going to be a sample because I highly doubt that they own every single baseball card. And number 8, every student in a high school votes in a student council election. Keyword every, that is a population. We are going to now look at 2 different types of data. The first is random data. Data collected randomly that represents a population. And now biased data. Data collected in a way that shows a particular outcome. Note, anyone taking a poll can make the data look any way they want it to. So we are currently in an election year or coming up on an election, and you see data and polls all the time. Well, they can make those polls look any way they want based on whether they actually do a random sample of people or biased, where they're only asking certain people the types of questions that they know how they will answer. Let's look at these 4 scenarios and see if we can determine if they are a random or a biased sample. Chevrolet sends a survey to owners of Chevrolets to see which car brand they prefer. That is biased. Do you see why? They are only sending it to owners of Chevrolet, so they're probably going to say that they prefer a Chevrolet. I'll do number 10. A mall surveys every 5th person leaving the mall about their experience. That's a fairly good example of random. Anytime you're just doing like every so many people, it's a good example of a random survey. You try 11 and 12. Number 11, the student council surveys 7th graders to determine which class is their favorite. The reason this is biased is because the survey is only surveying one grade of students. They're not surveying the rest of the school. And number 12, the prom committee surveys juniors and seniors about this year's prom theme. That's a good example of a random survey because the prom is the junior-senior prom. While there are a few students younger that go or maybe even out of school that go, the ones that are eligible to go are juniors and seniors. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.